All right, 11 a.m., April 14th, Monday. Last night I was tempted to, my daughter was going to make some more brownies, and I was so tempted to wait up and get some. But here I am. I came downstairs this morning and the pan is empty. So I will get no brownies, but I am going to go for a run. I'm going to run down to the post office because I have to pay some taxes. First, I'm going to stretch out my legs, and hopefully that'll help prevent some of that tension that's building up in my right. All right, welcome to my office. I'm going to work on my tight IT band and some of these quad muscles that I think are contributing to this medial pain that I'm getting on my kneecap. Part of what I think the issue is my quad muscles come down. All of those muscles insert into the patellar tendon, which then crosses over the patella, the kneecap, and then connects back into the tendon, which connects down here into the tibia. I think part of the tension is coming about halfway through, and it just creates enough pressure and tension once I get about 4 or 5 miles into my run. That's kind of about the peak that I've been able to get to, and then that pain just starts introducing right here and then starts to run across the kneecap. So I'm going to try to solve this over these next 90 days. And what I'm going to do is work out some of the tight fibers and the adhesions that might be in some of the muscles, and do some strengthening and stretching and see if I can't solve this. I don't know if it'll ever go away, just because I think it now has become a chronic problem. I talked about this in my last video, but in 2015, I had a goal to run 2015 miles over the course of the year. I ended up doing about 2054, and it was December, I think 7th of December of that year, where I was out for probably an 18-mile run, and about mile 11, I started to feel the pain, and I just kept going thinking that it was nothing. Anyway, it was a cold day, and I think that was contributing to some of the tension. And anyway, by the time I was done, I just had kind of a severe pain running across my kneecap. And so with all of that being said, I've just kind of been dealing with it. So I'm going to see if I can deal with it in a more positive way over these next 90 days. This 90-day reset, see if we can get some increased mileage back on these legs. So anyway, that'll be enough for today. I'm going to get out and head over to the post office, get these taxes paid. Here we are, about 1.25 in, and my watch is telling me that now we're up for the next 15 minutes.
Lap 2:22.
Oh, that's so we're supposed to do this at a threshold pace. So I got to speed up a little bit. All right, we'll see how we do. Legs are feeling kind of heavy. All right, proof. Putting it in the middle. All right, back on the run. We're gonna do. See if we can get going. So my threshold pace was supposed to be sub like 650. My first mile, I think it said 643, so that was within range. Now I'm going, it says too slow, so part of that's probably going into the post office, but we'll pick up the pace here or see if we can. All right. Let's make this work. All right, so we're good. Solid minute below where we should be. So now,
Lap 5, 13 seconds.
cool down. 8:45 pace for 10 minutes. 2 minutes left in the cool down.
Lap 6, 7:52.
So I am going too fast for my cool down pace, which is supposed to be around 8:45. And I'm trying to make up a little bit for my lack of threshold.
still got about 2 miles to home, so I'll probably end up walking a little bit and calling it good here in another 40 minutes. Sorry, minute 40 seconds.
Lap 8, 1340.